Hmm? Sorry?
I've sent it.
Thank you. Thank you. Mhm. Okay. So well, I just one by one send out the sadhanas. We can work on our motivation. So while I recite these names, we can reflect that it's just a tiny microcosm of the vast ocean of suffering being experienced by people, animals, beings all throughout the universe. Anuj, Nirmal, Kabir, who is Nilashi's cousin, who has cerebral palsy, Sujit and his family, Akshi, Chandraprabha, Nitya's family, Alexi, Prema, Selby George passed away, Mr. S.S. Khanna passed away, Nidhi Kaushik, Santaman Tamang, Tamang, Hiran and Ram Bhavnani, Madhvi Patel, Vanita Saxena, Rohan Saxena and family. And we will also be dedicating for all the centers, especially Tushita, to be beneficial for the students, for all of us. We can very briefly, as part of the motivation, recall the four main mind turnings, as they're called, four main meditations that help us to remember the Dharma and even maybe to practice. So they are the precious human life, precious human rebirth, which is we take for granted, but not wise to do so. It's, the causes are difficult to assemble. It is easily lost. And it is not sure when it can be found again, since the causes are quite rare. Causes being, moral conduct, generosity, and so forth, and prayers, aspirational prayers. Then the reflection on death and impermanence and death. Not only are things changing all the time, which is a big blow to our wish for certain things to stay the same, and also it interferes with our permanent conception, and our sense of things is very solid and real. But also this very body of ours, this very cherished body of ours, and those of others that we are close to are going to end, pass away. Death is definite. We don't know when it's going to happen. And whatever we assemble in a material sense is not really going to help us in those final moments of this life. They don't have the power to protect us long term. For that, we need to be working with the mind. So there's the reflection on death and impermanence. Then there's the reflection on actions and consequences. Actions have consequences. Verbal, physical, mental actions have consequences. And the Buddha said we are experiencing the results of causes that have been set up, some of them unimaginable period of time ago. So we need to be careful about how we behave. Then the fourth reflection, the reflection on shortcomings of samsara, the sufferings of cyclic existence. Cyclic existence being the continuity of the aggregates of body and mind, fueled by karma and delusion and karma. So the five aggregates, the body and mind, propelled by delusion and karma. That's short definition of samsara. Samsara is not a place. It's not as though this one particular geographical place is samsara and other places. And it's not like that. It's about the condition of body and mind, especially mind. So there is unsatisfactoriness, there is suffering of suffering, manifest suffering, then the suffering of change, how pleasure turns into pain, how and all of that, the impermanence of satisfaction, and final satisfaction being impossible for ordinary beings to find. Ordinary meaning those who've not realized emptiness and made firm progress on the path. And then the third level of suffering, the actual, continuity of these contaminated body and mind. Contaminated with the seed of delusion and the karmic actions that result from that. So, in other words, we're in a state of perpetual unsatisfactoriness. And Despite all of us wanting happiness, we keep on creating the causes for suffering. Keep on doing it out of habit, out of ignorance, self-grasping ignorance. Think how wonderful it would be to be free of all of this, and for other sentient beings to be free of this very unsatisfactory, painful situation. So therefore, I'm going to practice the Medicine Buddha sadhana, a short sadhana, as well as recite, visualize the 21 taras. By doing this, may we create the cause to awaken our own Buddha nature, attain the state of awakening ourselves, and be of great benefit to sentient beings, be able to guide them properly, and be able to offer them much more than just physical help. So think about this briefly. We try and create a strong aspiration, a strong feeling. Sometimes that's difficult, of course, it's very difficult. But think, even if you're having a wonderful time right now in your life, it's going to change. It's not going to last forever. And that's quite sad in one way. And the untold results still to be experienced from the effects of karma we have created, which, if not purified, we will experience those results. So we can visualize now the Medicine Buddha in front of us. Or actually on the crown of one's head, seated on a lotus. Just engage in the visualization as much as one can. Don't worry, it's not that clear. Get the sense that the Buddha medicine, healing Buddha is there, is here. Is blue in color, body radiates blue light. His right hand is in the mudra of granting sublime realizations. It's resting on his right knee, holding the stem of the very precious Arura plant, healing plant, between thumb and forefinger, first finger. His left hand is in the mudra of concentration, holding a lapis lazuli bowl filled with nectar. It's not just ordinary nectar, it's nectar that destroys the ordinary death, just has the power to destroy the delusions. He's seated in the full Vajra position, wearing the 3 red-colored robes of monk. He has all the signs and qualities of a Buddha. We take refuge and generate bodhicitta. You can read it in English as I recite it in Tibetan 3 times. Sangye chodam jagi chonam la janja bade danyi kyabzu che doge jenzo gibe chonam ki dola penche sangye doba yo Sangye Jodan Zaki Chonam La Yanja Bade Dani Kyapsuchi Dagi Jinzo Kipe Dolam Ki Dola Penchet Sangye Doba Yo Sangye Jodan Zaki Chonam La Yanja Bade Dani Kyapsuchi Dagi Jinzo Kipe Dolam Ki Dola Penchet Sangye Doba Sho. Then the four immeasurables. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings never be separated from the happiness that is without suffering. And may all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from both attachment and hatred, feeling some close, holding some close, and others distant. And we could also add to that that I myself will enable beings to have happiness and freedom from suffering and so forth. I myself will enable them to do so. But for that, I need the inspiring strength of the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas. So may they bestow this inspiring strength on me. For that, I'm going to engage in this practice. And the special bodhicitta, which is like a kind of Mahayana impatience, if you like, but a kind of positive kind of impatience. Especially for the benefit of all sentient beings, I will quickly, very quickly, attain the precious state of perfect and complete Buddhahood. And for this reason, I'll practice the yoga method of Guru Medicine Buddha. It's called yoga because it helps unite our mind with the mind of the Buddhas, the meaning of yoga, as well as being the original meaning of the word religion. 7 limb prayer. We've done this before extensively. If I remember the importance of it and practice it. First, to counteract pride, I prostrate to Guru Medicine Buddha. Imagine your countless bodies are making prostrations to Medicine Buddha, to the purity, the highest purity that is within all of us, the Buddha nature. Then each and every offering, including those actually performed and those mentally transformed, I present you. So we have offerings on the altar, but we also can imagine filling space with the 8 kind of offerings. The offering of water for washing, water for drinking, flowers, incense, light, perfume, food, and music. So we can imagine space is filled with these offerings, most beautifully arrayed, and bringing uncontaminated bliss to the minds of the Buddha. Whereas our happiness is always contaminated with desire, desirous attachment, and so on, and ultimately lacks lasting satisfaction. This is not the case with the Buddhas. Their bliss is pure and everlasting. Then we need to confess negativities. I confess all non-virtuous actions accumulated since beginning this time. So without some kind of useless sense of guilt and wallowing in guilt, we have a healthy regret that yes, one has created negative actions, but one also has the power to purify them. And in any case, all of my mental delusions, which make me behave in this way, are temporary. They're not my true nature. True nature, the deepest nature, is the Buddha nature. So, whereas this is definitely an issue, a problem, if you like, it is not something which we cannot overcome. So we vow to reduce the number of negative actions we commit with the body, speech, and mind, and as much as possible, engage in purification. Then we need to rejoice. Rejoicing is a simple but very powerful way to generate very positive energy, and it's a great antidote to competitiveness, envy, jealousy, and so forth. It's a wonderful thing because it means that any kind of goodness or happiness that others enjoy, we train ourselves to uh, make it enable. We use that as a cause for us to generate great happiness and rejoicing. So we don't use it as a cause to generate useless envy and feeling impoverished ourselves. So I rejoice in the virtues of both ordinary and noble beings. First, we rejoice in our own positive actions, which we have created many of, though we may not remember some. So even small positive actions, remember them and rejoice, thinking how wonderful it is, how wonderful it is. Really be happy at that, one's own positive actions. Okay. Then we need to rejoice in the actions of our Dharma brothers and sisters, some of whom, of course, engage in far more positive actions of many kinds than we do. So we need to not feel envious, but rejoice, thinking how wonderful it is, how wonderful it is. Not just Dharma actions, of course, any action of benefiting, anything that is a positive action, we rejoice in that, thinking how wonderful. Then we think of those very advanced kind of practitioners, really, who through their efforts have generated, on the basis of um, very, very powerful ethical conduct, they have generated concentration and therefore insight into wisdom, into emptiness. In other words, they've worked on the three higher trainings, which are the cause for nirvana. So remembering their efforts, so many beings um, practicing in that way, think how wonderful it is. How wonderful. Subduing their minds, destroying the power of the destructive emotions. How wonderful it is. And then there are the sublime bodhisattvas whose every action, every breath is taken, in a sense, for the benefit of others. They have given up self-cherishing completely and only cherish others, and have very sublime and very powerful methods to benefit others based on their uh, realizations. So thinking of their activities, the Guru, Buddhas, how wonderful it is, how wonderful it is. Their ability to guide others is extraordinary due to their clairvoyances and their great compassion and wisdom. So thinking of that, think how wonderful it is. And Rinpoche also recommends think of great practitioners, yogis, sages, teachers from other spiritual traditions, not just Buddhist, those who are genuinely benefiting others. And based on that, think how wonderful it is. Past, present, great beings. Then it's important for the holy beings to remain and to teach. So the next two limbs of the seven limb prayer are connected with that, to requesting the teachers, the Buddhas, to remain and to turn the wheel of Dharma. Traditionally, when one recites that, one imagines offering teaching thrones to the Buddhas, to the teachers, and then also the Dharma wheels, symbolizing the Eightfold Path. So that is symbolic of them remaining firmly with us and also teaching the Dharma. And then we dedicate these first six. So we dedicate these positive actions, the virtues, one's own and others, to the maturing, the ripening of the two bodhicittas, which refers to conventional bodhicitta, compassion, and ultimate bodhicitta, realization of emptiness. So we dedicate it for that and to the attainment of complete enlightenment, Buddhahood, for the sake of all sentient beings. Then the mandala offering, we visualize a purified universe. Imagine we're offering that to the Buddhas. And also the inner mandala, where there's a sense where we are offering everything, even impure, what might be considered impure objects and so forth, but we're imagining them purified and offering that. So this is a kind of a transformation aspect, which is one of the main points of Vajrayana or tantric practice. This ground anointed with perfume, strewn with flowers, adorned with Mount Meru, the four continents, the sun and the moon. I imagine this as a Buddha field and offer it. May all living beings enjoy this pure land. The objects of my attachment, aversion, and ignorance, friends, enemies, and strangers, and my body, wealth, and enjoyments. Without any sense of loss, I offer this collection. Please accept it with pleasure and bless me with freedom from the three poisons of ignorance, anger, attachment. Idam Guru Ratna Mandalakam Niryatayam. Then prayers of request to the medicine Buddhas. I beseech you, Bhagavan Medicine Guru, whose sky-colored holy body of lapis lazuli signifies omniscient wisdom and compassion, his vast, his limitless space. Please grant me your blessings. I beseech you, compassionate Medicine Guru, who hold in your right hand the King of Medicines, symbolizing your vow to help all pitiful sentient beings who are plagued by the 424 diseases. Please grant me your blessing. I beseech you, compassionate Medicine Guru, who hold in your left hand the bowl of nectar symbolizing your vow to give the glorious undying nectar of the Dharma that eliminates the degenerations of sickness, old age, and death. Please grant me your blessings. Imagine we're receiving blessings from Medicine Buddha and also all the people we are praying for in the form of light and nectar. Then we keep the visualization. Next one quite simple. We can just visualize the Medicine Buddha, realizing that he's the embodiment of all of the Medicine Buddhas. The power of these Buddhas largely comes from their having made incredibly powerful prayers in the past as bodhisattva, prayers, aspirational prayers, that they are able to free sentient beings of this degenerate era of many of their problems, that practicing their sadhana would bring freedom from many kinds of problems. All of them connected with, of course, the sufferings that come with being in cyclic existence with a contaminated body and mind, and the consequences of that. So we should feel that any problem we have and that our friends or dear ones have, they are eliminated, being purified. Their causes are being purified. As we repeat these verses to the seven medicine Buddha, we can feel that the causes, you see, of suffering are being eliminated. Yeah. Okay, so here someone could give copies to the person who just came. Can take a sec. Thanks a lot. So, seven medicine Buddhas, we recite each verse 7 times, but the last line we only recite on the 7th repetition. And after reciting that last line, may your vow, etc., then we stop for a little while and reflect on the person we are praying for. The people, individuals, whoever. We're on page 10 of the Medicine Buddha Sadhana. To you, Buddha, renowned, glorious King of excellent science, fully realized, destroyer of all defilements, fully accomplished Buddha, having fully realized the absolute truth of all phenomena, I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offerings. To you, Buddha, renowned, glorious King of excellent science, fully realized, destroyer of all defilements, fully accomplished Buddha, having fully realized the absolute truth of all phenomena, I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offerings. To you, Buddha, renowned, glorious King of excellent science, fully realized, destroyer of all defilements, fully accomplished Buddha, having fully realized the absolute truth of all phenomena, I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offering. To you, Buddha, renowned, glorious King of excellent sign, fully realized, destroyer of all defilement, fully accomplished Buddha, having fully realized the absolute truth of all phenomena, I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offering. To you, Buddha, renowned, glorious King of excellent sign, fully realized, destroyer of all defilement, fully accomplished Buddha, having fully realized the absolute truth of all phenomena, I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offering. To you, Buddha, renowned, glorious King of excellent sign, fully realized, destroyer of all defilement, fully accomplished Buddha, having fully realized the absolute truth of all phenomena, I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offering. To you, Buddha, renowned, glorious King of excellent science, fully realized, destroyer of all defilement, fully accomplished Buddha, having fully realized the absolute truth of all phenomena, I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offering. May your vow to benefit all sentient beings now ripen for myself and others. Oh, to you, Buddha, King of melodious sound, brilliant radiance of skill, adorned with jewel, moon, and lotus, fully realized, destroyer of all defilement, fully accomplished Buddha, fully realized the absolute truth of all phenomena, I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offering. To you, Buddha, King of melodious sound, brilliant radiance of skill, adorned with jewel, moon, and lotus, fully realized, destroyer of all defilements, fully accomplished Buddha, fully realized the absolute truth of all phenomena, I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offerings to you, Buddha, King of melodious sound, brilliant radiance of skill, dawned with jewel, moon, and lotus, fully realized, destroy all defilement, fully accomplished for those who realize the absolute truth of all phenomena. I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offering to you, Buddha, King of melodious sound, brilliant radiance of skill, adorn with jewel, moon, and lotus, fully realized, destroy all defilement, fully accomplished Buddhas, fully realize the absolute truth of all phenomena. I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offering to you, Buddha, King of melodious sound, brilliant radiance of skill, adorn with jewel, moon, and lotus, fully realize, draw of all defilement, fully accomplished for those fully realize the absolute truth of all phenomena. I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offering to you, Buddha, King of melodious sound, brilliant radiance of skill, adorn with jewel, moon, and lotus, fully realize, draw of all defilement, fully accomplished for those fully realize the absolute truth of all phenomena. I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offering to you, Buddha, King of melodious sound, brilliant radiance of skill, adorned with jewel, moon, and lotus, fully realize, draw of all defilement, fully accomplished for those fully realize the absolute truth of all phenomena. I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offering. May your vow to benefit all sentient beings now ripen for myself and others. Oh, to you, Buddha, stainless, excellent gold, great jewel who accomplishes all bounds, fully realize, joy of all defilement, fully accomplished for those fully realize the absolute truth of all phenomena. I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offerings. May your vow to benefit all sentient beings now. Sorry. To you, Buddha, stainless, excellent gold, great jewel who accomplishes all vows, fully realize, joy of all defilements, fully accomplished Buddha, fully realize the absolute truth of all phenomena. I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offerings. You, Buddha, stainless, excellent gold, great jewel, accomplishes all vows, fully realize, destroy all defilement, fully accomplished Buddha, fully realize the absolute truth of all phenomena. I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offering. You, Buddha, stainless, excellent gold, great jewel, accomplishes all vows, fully realize, destroy all defilement, fully accomplished Buddha, fully realize the absolute truth of all phenomena. I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offering. You, Buddha, stainless, excellent gold, great jewel, accomplishes all vows, fully realize, destroy all defilement, fully accomplished Buddhas, fully realize the absolute truth of all phenomena. I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offerings. To you, Buddha, stainless, excellent gold, great jewel, accomplishes all vows, fully realize, destroy all defilement, fully accomplished Buddhas, fully realize the absolute truth of all phenomena. I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offering. To you, Buddha, stainless, excellent gold, great jewel, accomplishes all vows, fully realize, destroy all defilement, fully accomplished Buddhas, fully realize the absolute truth of all phenomena. I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offering. May your vow to benefit all sentient beings now ripen for myself and others. Oh, to you, Buddha, supreme glory, free from sorrow. Fully realize, draw all defilements, fully accomplish Buddha. Fully realize the absolute truth of all phenomena. I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offering. To you, Buddha, supreme glory, free from sorrow. Fully realize, draw all defilements. Fully accomplish Buddha, fully realize the absolute truth of all phenomena. I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offering. You, Buddha, supreme glory, free from sorrow, fully realize, draw all defilement, fully accomplish Buddha, fully realize the absolute truth of all phenomena. I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offering. You, Buddha, supreme glory, free from sorrow, fully realize, draw all defilement, fully accomplish Buddha, fully realize the absolute truth of all phenomena. I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offerings. To you, Buddha, supreme glory, free from sorrow, fully realize, destroy of all defilements, fully accomplish Buddha, who's fully realized the absolute truth of all phenomena. I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offering. To you, Buddha, supreme glory, free from sorrow, fully realize, destroy of all defilements, fully accomplish Buddha, who's fully realized the absolute truth of all phenomena. I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offering. To you, Buddha, supreme glory, free from sorrow, fully realize, joy of all defilements, fully accomplished Buddhas, fully realize the absolute truth of all phenomena. I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offering. May your vow to benefit all sentient beings now ripen for myself and others. To you, Buddha, melodious ocean, proclaim Dharma, fully realize joy of all defilements, fully accomplish Buddhas, fully realize the absolute truth of all phenomena. I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offering. You, Buddha, melodious ocean, proclaim Dharma, fully realize, strive all defilements, fully accomplish Buddhas, fully realize the absolute truth of all phenomena. I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offering. You, Buddha, melodious ocean, proclaim Dharma, fully realize, strive all defilements, fully accomplish Buddhas, fully realize the absolute truth of all phenomena. I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offering. You, Buddha, melodious ocean, proclaim Dharma, fully realize, strive all defilements, fully accomplish Buddhas, fully realize the absolute truth of all phenomena. I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offering. You, Buddha, melodious ocean, proclaim Dharma, fully realize, strive all defilements, fully accomplish Buddhas, fully realize the absolute truth of all phenomena. I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offering. You, Buddha, melodious ocean, proclaim Dharma, fully realize, strive all defilements, fully accomplish Buddhas, fully realize the absolute truth of all phenomena. I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offering. You, Buddha, melodious ocean, proclaim Dharma, fully realize, strive all defilements, fully accomplish Buddhas, fully realize the absolute truth of all phenomena. I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offering. May your vow to benefit all sentient beings now ripen for myself and others. To you, Buddha, delightful King of clear knowing, supreme wisdom from an ocean of Dharma, fully realize, strive all defilements, fully accomplish Buddhas, fully realize the absolute truth of all phenomena. I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offering. O you, Buddha, delightful King of clear knowing, supreme wisdom of an ocean of Dharma, fully realize, strive all defilements, fully accomplish Buddhas, fully realize the absolute truth of all phenomena. I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offerings. To you, Buddha, delightful King of clear knowing, supreme wisdom of an ocean of Dharma, fully realize, strive all defilements, fully accomplish Buddhas, fully realize the absolute truth of all phenomena. I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offering. To you, Buddha, delightful King of clear knowing, supreme wisdom of an ocean of Dharma, fully realize, strive all defilements, fully accomplish Buddhas, fully realize the absolute truth of all phenomena. I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offering. To you, Buddha, delightful King of clear knowing, supreme wisdom and ocean of Dharma, fully realize, strive all defilements, fully accomplish Buddha, who's fully realized the absolute truth of all phenomena. I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offerings. To you, Buddha, delightful King of clear knowing, supreme wisdom of an ocean of Dharma, fully realize, strive all defilements, fully accomplish Buddha, who's fully realized the absolute truth of all phenomena. I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offerings. Pure Buddha, delightful King of clear knowing, supreme wisdom of an ocean of dharma, fully realized, joy of all defilements, fully accomplished Buddha who's fully realized the absolute truth of all phenomena. I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offerings. May your bow to benefit all sentient beings now ripen for myself and others. In the main healing Buddha, Bhaisajyaguru, medicine Buddha. Oh, to you, Buddha, medicine Guru, King of lapis light, fully realized joy of all defilements, fully accomplished Buddhas, fully realized the absolute truth of all phenomena. I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offering. To you, Buddha, medicine Guru, King of lapis light, fully realized joy of all defilements, fully accomplished Buddhas, fully realized the absolute truth of all phenomena. I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offering. You, Buddha, Guru, King of lapis light, fully realized God all defilements, fully accomplished Buddha, fully realized the absolute truth of all phenomena. I prostrate for refuge and make offering. You, Buddha, medicine Guru, King of lapis light, fully realized joy of all defilements, fully accomplished Buddha, fully realized the absolute truth of all phenomena. I prostrate, go for refuge and make offering. You, Buddha, medicine Guru, King of lapis light, fully fully realized joy of all defilements, fully accomplished Buddha who's fully realized the absolute truth of all phenomena. I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offerings. You, Buddha, medicine Guru, King of lapis light, fully realized joy of all defilement, fully accomplished Buddha who's fully realized the absolute truth of all phenomena. I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offering. You, Buddha, medicine Guru, King of lapis light, fully realized joy of all defilement, fully accomplished Buddha who fully realized the absolute truth of all phenomena. I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offering. May your vow to benefit all sentient beings now ripen for myself and others. So now we visualize that infinite rays of white light are pouring down, completely filling our body from head to toe. And also the beings around us whom we are praying for, and as many beings as we can imagine. And their bodies becoming very clean and clear like crystal. All of the unwholesome imprints, sickness, so forth, being completely cleansed and washed away. Then we visualize at the heart of Medicine Buddha, blue seed syllable Hum, surrounded by the syllables of the mantra. And as we recite or listen to the mantra, imagine that this light is radiating and pervading all the sentient beings of the six realms: God realm, demigod realm, human realm, animal realm, hungry ghost realm, hell realm, all the realms being irradiated by this light, which is the nature of healing light and the nectar in the nature of wisdom and compassion. So through the great love of the Medicine Buddha, the great love that we are we're aspiring to generate, and through our sense of love and affection, kindness to all the sentient beings, imagine that they are being purified of all of their diseases, afflictions due to spirits, spirit harm, and the causes of that, all negative karma, all the mental obscuration, especially mental obscuration that prevents us from realizing the correct view of reality, that purifies our holding on to objects as inherently existent and existing from their own side, especially that being purified, so we can understand dependent arising, non-inherent existence, and understand the two truths, relative truth, ultimate truth, perfectly. Recite the long mantra once and the short mantra 21 times with tune, and then we recite it rapidly under the breath and then silently in the heart. Imagine it's reverberating inside. And we use the Tibetan pronunciation. Unless you are familiar with the Sanskrit, then you can recite it that way, that's no problem. Om Namo Bhagavate Bhagavate Guru Patraya Praparadaya Tatagataya Arahate Samyak Sambuddhaya Toeto Bekande Bekande Ma Bekande Bekande Randa Samyigate So Toeto Bekande Bekande Ma Bekande Bekande Randa Samyigate So Tata Om Bekande Bekande Maha Bekande Bekande Randa Samyigate So Tata Om Bekande Bekande Maha Bekande Bekande Randa Samyigate So Tata Om Bekande Bekande Maha Bekande Bekande Randa Samyigate So Tata Om Bekande Bekande Maha Bekande Bekande Randa Samyigate So Tata Om Bekande Bekande Mahabekanze bekanze Randasami gate so Aitawo bekanze bekanze Mahabekanze bekanze Randatsami gate so Taitawo bekanze bekanze Mahabekanze bekanze Randatsami gate soha. Taitawo bekanze bekanze Mahabekanze bekanze Randatsami gate soha. Taitawo bekanze bekanze Mahabekanze bekanze Randasami gate soha. Taitawo bekanze bekanze Mahabekanze bekanze Randasami gate soha. Taitawo bekanze bekanze Mahabekanze bekanze Randatsami gate soha. Taitawo bekanze bekanze Mahabekanze bekanze Randatsami gate soha. Taitawo bekanze bekanze Mahabekanze bekanze Randatsami gate soha. Aitawo 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 bekanze bekanze Mahabekanze bekanze Randatsami gate soha. Bekanze bekanze Mahabekanze. No, no, back in the beginning. That's a good, that is so feel that result of the purification, all sentient beings being transformed into the blissful, radiant light form of Bhaisajyaguru, the healing Buddha. Feel great, great joy, great happiness. And then imagine that the Guru Medicine Buddha dissolves into light, that light absorbs into us, into our heart. Feel a sense of complete oneness with the Medicine Buddha and all the Buddhas, holy mind. Then we dedicate this part of the practice today, the Medicine Buddha dedication, bottom of page 14. Due to these merits, may I complete the ocean-like actions of the children of the victorious ones. May I become the holy savior, refuge, and helper for sentient beings who've repeatedly been kind to me in past lives. By the virtues received from attempting this practice, may all living beings who see, hear, touch, or remember me, even those who merely say my name, in that very moment be released from their miseries and experience happiness forever. And of course, this also includes people we don't like, our enemies, even those who harm us, repeat our names with anger. Especially we must remember them. Then, as all sentient beings, infinite as space, are encompassed by Guru Medicine Buddhist compassion, may I too become the guide for sentient beings existing throughout all the 10 directions of the universe. So the guide means guiding them all the way to enlightenment in whatever way you see to benefit them, using any skillful means, any number of guises or forms. Because of these virtues, may I quickly become Guru Medicine Buddha and lead each and every sentient being into his enlightened realm. Take a short break. Okay, thank you. So, of course, Guru Medicine Buddha has, embodies all the Buddhas, as does Aryatara, Buddhatara. Of course, different Buddhas can. There are many Buddhas, different Buddhas, in order to, just like there are different kinds of medicines for different kinds of remedies for different kinds of people, different diseases, whatever. So you see, para here especially helps us to activate, purify our impure wind energy and transforms it into an energy for awakening and especially compassionate action. She's depicted in a very active pose with the right foot extended, ready to leap into action to benefit others. So she represents that purified aspect of the wind element. That's one way of looking at Tara. Anyway, she's embodies this unbearable compassion. It's very active and quick. And she eliminates fear, especially the fear aspect of our psychology. Fear is very dominant in us, all kinds of fears, gross and subtle, including, of course, the overriding fear of death, the fear of, the fear that comes with holding on to oneself as real. Of course, there's going to be fear. Just trying to protect oneself or promote oneself. So, of course, it's a totally unbearable situation in one way. Anxiety, sort of anxiety, and so forth. So we can, we've done all the refuge 7 limb already, the mandala we've done already. So we can visualize Aryatara, who is beautiful in the body of light, green in color, right foot extended, in a transparent bubble of rainbow colored light. She is left leg bent up, right leg outstretched, left hand at her heart, in the mudra of symbolizing the Buddha Dhamma Sangha, holding the stem of a blue pali flower, right hand extended over her right knee in the mudra of granting sublime realizations. Beautifully adorned with jewel ornaments, scarves, and at her brow is the white seed syllable Om, at her throat, red seed syllable Ah, at her heart, blue seed syllable Hung. Om Ahung. And also at her heart, there's a lotus and moon seat on which stands the radiant green seed syllable Tam. Tam. And rays of green light are radiating in all directions from the Tam and invoking all the enlightened beings from the 10 directions, who are then absorbed into Aryatara, becoming oneness with her. This is to show how she is embodiment of all the Buddhas throughout space. Here she is gazing at one very compassionately and at all the people who you are praying for, who you can visualize around you. You can also visualize all your family members, mother, father, friends, relations, everybody, and all sentient beings around you as we recite the praises, which I'm going to recite through in Tibetan 3 times. You can recite the English, you can meditate, you can visualize. You can imagine after each verse that that Tara absorbs into one, you know, that Tara absorbs into one. Since there seems to be some kind of resurgence of the disease and COVID and so forth, at least it's creating fear. Who knows how dangerous it is? But the 20th Tara, homage to you, Tara, whose 2 eyes, sun and the moon, radiate an excellent illuminating light. By uttering Hara twice and Totara, you dispel all violent epidemic disease. So that particular Tara is specific for preventing at least the fear, you see, the fear of and the causes of epidemic disease. And the last Tara, I think, is a kind of a overall, again, Tara, which is granting all kinds of siddhis and so forth. But anyway, all of the Taras are just as enlightened as the others. They may have specific functions, but we can imagine that each Tara is fulfilling whatever we need for our spiritual development and to eradicate all of our problems and fears and so forth, and those of the people close to us and so forth. And also we can imagine the light and nectar from Taras are banishing the anger, aggression, and fear in the minds of those who are engaging in war with one another, and so forth. Whether on the personal level, society level, national level, international level. To think how wonderful it would be if beings could be free of conflict, free of fear. So therefore, I'm going to recite the praises in order to generate the holy mind of Tara within myself. And until that happens, to be blessed and inspired and protected by the compassionate, wise energy of Aryatara. So, invocation from your sublime abode of the Potala. O Tara, born from the green letter Tam, crown adorned with Amitabha, action mother of the Buddhas of the 3 times. Tara, please come with your attendants. Gods and demigods, bow to your lotus feet, O Tara. You who rescue all who are destitute, to you, Mother Tara, I pay homage. I'm going to recite that prostration verse a few times in Tibetan and then start the praises. You please either meditate or read the English, recite the English, engage in the visualization and so forth. Yeah. La da la mi je vengi jagi pe ma la da de pa ma gon le do ze ma da ma yum la ja ze lo la da la mi je vengi jagi pe ma la do de pa ma gon le do ze ma da ma lum la za ze lo la da mi je vengi la da la mi je vengi jagi pe ma la do de pa ma gon le do ze ma da ma yum la ja ze lo ma pa ma do ma lo jo ze lo jo zo do ma nya ma pa ma je ye ke je lo dan da ma je je ke je ke je ke sa je wa le ni jo ma jo ze do we do wa kun to ga wa kya ni se pe ja kama do pa nam ke ra pe je we ra pa ra ma jo ze je ne ke pe me je ni nam ra ge je ma zo zo ga de ye wa zo pa sam de jo yo nye ma jo ze de je pe zo ta ye nam ra ge wa je ma ma lo pa ra je pa ta pe ge wa ze ki jen to ten ma jo te to da ra ong yi do da nyo da nang ga ma je ten to ke ja ki nen te lo pa me pa ke pa nye ma jo ze ga je me la sam ba lo na na zo wa je yo ba ra ji so lo da jo de do de do ne de ma jo de do de do na be ge pa ro to ko ra do jo ma ye ken yu ke ja ki nen de me pa to pra chin tu pa ra ma jo de to re ye pa chen po do ki pa wo na pra jo ma chi ki de ne den de da wo tom jo ma lu se ma jo de ko jo 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 ja ge to mo to kra na pa ge Malo jagi kala kim pe rangi ye ke sana de ma jaze ra ve da je pe yogi ne ki te wa pe sha pe ra je to ta ra ye to da je te wan to te ma jaze chang ve do nam dan je ki ven yu man ye to ne yu yi ge o yin ki pom pa tam je nam ra do ma jaze da ve dim bi i gen pa tam je chen tu ba ra ma Rebekana apamele, tabrajindu rabde ama, jaze kameta memeta, bewete yunanema. Yekin yukit gene kage, dayi punina brajama, jaze jaze jaraja. Tegi daji jegi duma, tene jende ige wongi, repato ponani ge ama. Jaze dema ge majima, nyonyo yo 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 ma, jaze 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 daimbe. Jiva jomba jima nima, jose kune gara gawe, dai luni na pragyama. Yeke chape na nike pe, ripa hole do manima, jose tore zanida. Hungina beza banima, rira mendara zambeje. Chiden zo yo niyama, jase jai soe nambe, reata te chana nama. Tarani jope ki ike, dunama lipa ni selma, jase lai. Lola mio ji tema, kunego jagawa ji ke sono le mandawa selma. Shade di mandawa gyape, chani pala rap selma. Hara nijo tota rai, chinto de puram ne selma, jase de nitanam ki pe, jivito do yondan dema. Todoro lo no de zona, jompa tore rap jonyema. Sawena kita patita, jase wani nisu saye. Hong ma pa ma do ma la ja ze lo ja ze do ma nyu ma pa mo je ni ke je lo lo da ma je je de ke sa ja wa le ni jo cha ze de ke de ga ma ke ni se pe cha ma ka ma to pa so pa nam ki ra pe che ve ra ba ra ma cha ze de ne ke pe me che ni nam pra ke ma Jin do so ga do ji wa so pa so de jo ya nya ma cha ze je ve so to ta ye nam pra ke wa cha ma Malo paro che pato pe ge wo ze ki ten to tema cha te to tara hung yi ge do ka ga ma te ten to ke ja ki nen te lo pa me pa ku pa ni ma cha te ke ja me la za ba lo no no te won ju cha ma chu mo ro lo de za nam da nyo ji je ki de ni te ma cha te ta na pe ki paru to ko ra tu cha ma ye ke nyu ke ja ki nen te me pa to pra sin tu ba ra ma cha te to re che pa chen po to ki pa won ra cha ma che ke de Navadaji Validama, Chalage Jage, Tomoto Granambagema, Malajaki Galogembe, Rangi Yoki Zanandema, Javina Yokin Wapel. Sheberaje Totaraye, Dodone want to Thelma, Jazet Sona, Danya Manima, Danya Jerry Hoinki, Omadanja Namra Doma, Jazet again, Yambatam Disinto Barama, Repetana Apamele, Taprasinto Rabdama, Jazet Gamiteta, Baviting Yunanema. Yekin Yeki, Taipuni Brajoma, Jade Jage, Togi Toma, Tony Jende Ongi, Ribado Monani Gema, Jade Dema Gema Jima, Yadu Yonima, Soho Dodo Dempe, Depache Bojoba Nima, Jade Konekaragawe, Dailunina Bragema, Yegebaja, Ye Yegejapenani Kipi, Ripahone Domaniema, Jade Dore Dore Dope, Ogina Bezovanima, Priramandara Dambeje, Jado Yonima, Jade Lai Soi Nampe, Reata Tetanama. Darani Jabegi, Donamali Pani Selma, Jazelai Sonam Gelpa, Ladamia Chietema, Kunika Jagawa Jiki, Sonamilonium Paselma, Jazeni Madawa Giapa, Chani Pala Rapselma, Harani Jototarai, Sinuta Porem Selma, Jazedeni Senum Kipi, Tivito Yondadema. Todoro Lone Zona, Jompotore Rabjanima, Savenekita Padida, Jazewani Nisu Soye. Om je tsoma pama doma la cha se lo cha te doma juma pama cheni ke je lo doma je ke sa te wale ni doma cha de ke de ka wa ke ni de ba jama kama to pa sa pa nam ki rap te che we ram bar ma cha te ni ke pa me cheni na pra kya ma jiva so ka de jiva so pa sam to cho yo nya ma cha te ji me to ta ye na pra kya wa cha ma Malapara Chipato, Pega was a gate tema, Tate Totara, Yige, Toto Kakama, Tita Jaginente, Lupame Pakipanima, Jotakin Melazomba, Luna Wajachema, Chumoro di Zonamda, Jojagidema, Jotatana Peggy, Paruto Korabdo Jama, Yekajaginente, Mepato Presintu Barama, Jotetora Pachiambo, Tokiwana Jama. Check it, do tom jumalesno, Josephine Donage, Doborano Gamma, Malucha Logembe, Rangi Gizanem Tema, Josera Dukawa Jipe, Oginikite Wapelma, Shepherd of Chitutarai, Dodone de Wantama, Joseph Sona, Danteki Banumanima, Tony Yuigi. Competente numero doma, Joseph David again, Gampatanti Shintu Parama. Prepetana apamele tapresintu arabdema jate kametama meta bhaviting yunanema yekenikekenikergi tai Purinamrajama jagina de jagi dogina gida dama tene jene gewanki de patumanani gema jate de magemaji ma nyani de nyama sohoya dada dempe de pachapachapanyema Jose Kunekare Gawe, Dailoni Nobragema, Yike Penani Kepi, Ripahone Domaniema, Jose Dorizani Dabe, Hongina Bezabanema, Rida Mandara Dambije, Ditinyo Yaniema, Jose Loizoinam Periata Tetanama, Tarani Jopeki Yike, Donomalipani Selma, Jadena Isoyen Gelpo. Lodomia Tema, Kuneka Jakawajiki, Sonomilonium Paselma, Chadeni Mandawakia, Jenny Palar of Selma, Horoni Jototarai, Sinduta Porem de Selma, Chadeni Tanum Kitty, Divadon Yandema, Tororo Zono, Yomotore Nema, Sawena Kita Pandita, Chazewani so Soshi. The abbreviated version, page 23. Oh, I prostrate to the goddess, foe destroyer, liberating Lady Tara. Homage to Tare, savioress, heroine, with Totare dispelling all fears, granting all benefits with Ture. To her with the sound Swaha, I bow down. And recite the mantra out loud and then silently for some time. Om Tare Tatare Tere Soha Om Tare Tutare Tire Soha. 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 Om Tare Tutare. Om Tare Tutare. Om Tare Tutare Tire Soha. There's a short dedication on the bottom of page 8 for the Tara. May I quickly become Guru Aryatara and lead each and every sentient being into her enlightened state because of these merits. May I receive the bodhicitta has not yet been received, and may the bodhicitta that has been received be increased. Then, if you turn to your 8 prayers to benefit the dead, leaflet, booklet, page 42. You recite the, sorry, not page 42, page 44. Recite the Maitreya mantra through 3 times, those 3 mantras, 3 times, invoking the blessings of Maitreya Buddha and so dedicating especially for the Maitreya project, Rinpoche's project in Kushinagar for statue and school and clinic and all the other activities to start very soon and be most beneficial for sentient beings. Namo Ratnatraya, Namo Bhagavate Shakyamunaya, Tathagataya, Arate Samyak Sambuddhaya, Toto Majite, Ajite, Aparajite, Achitanchaya, Hara Hara Maitri, Avalokite, Kara Kara Maha Samaya Siddhi Bara Bara, Mahabodhi Menda Bina, Smarat Mara Atmakam Samaya, Bodhi Bodhi Mahabodhi So, Oh Moi Moi Maha Moi So, Oh Muni Muni Smara So, Namo Ratnatraya, Namo Bhagavate Shakyamunaya, Tathagataya, Rate Samyak Sambuddhaya, Toto Majite, Ajite, Aparajite, Ajitanchaya, Hara Hara Maitri, Avalokite, Kara Kara Maha Samaya Siti Bara Bara, Mahabodhi Menda Mena Smarat Atmakam Samaya, Bodhi Bodhi Mahabodhi So. Oh Moi Moi Ma Moi So, Oh Muni Muni Smara So. Namo Ratnatraya, Namo Bhagavate Shakyamunaya, Tathagateya Reti Samyak Sambuddhaya, Tayata Om Ajite, Ajite, Aparajite, Ajitanchaya Hara Hara Mayat, Ologite Kare Kare Maya Samadhi, Maya Samaya Siddhi Vara Vara Ma, Bodhi Mena Mena Smara Smara Atmakam Samaya, Bodhi Bodhi Ma, Bodhi So, Oh Moi Moi Ma Moi So, Oh, Muni Muni Smarazo. Oh. Then you have the Bardo prayer, larger sheet. Bardo prayer. Bardo means intermediate state between. It can be any kind of intermediate state. There are many, 6 or so Bardos, but the main one here after death and before the refers to after death, before conception, after conception in the or rebirth in the next life. So we are praying for Sebi George and Mr. S.S. Khanna. So you can insert whatever names you know of people who died. Yeah, so we can insert those 2 names. Sebi George and S.S. Khanna. So arouse a sense of compassion and yeah, it's yeah, sober state of mind in the sense that death is going to come to all of us, and it's kind of bad enough when people we love and know pass away, but then we ourselves have to go through that process. So, a sense of concern, sense of focus and compassion. O Buddhas and Bodhisattvas abiding in all directions, endowed with great compassion, endowed with foreknowledge, endowed with the divine eye, endowed with love, affording protection to sentient beings, please, through the power of your great compassion, come forth. Please accept these offerings, both actually presented and mentally created. O compassionate ones, you who possess the wisdom of understanding, the love of compassion, the power of doing divine deeds, and of protecting in incomprehensible measure, Sevi George and Mr. S.S. Khanna are passing from this world to the next. They are taking a great leap. The light of this world has faded for them. They have entered solitude with their karmic forces. They've gone into a vast silence. They are borne away by the great ocean of birth and death. O compassionate ones, protect Sebi George and Mr. S.S. Khanna, who are defenseless. Be to them like a father and a mother. O compassionate ones, let not the force of your compassion be weak, but aid them. Let Sebi George and Mr. S.S. Khanna not go into miserable states of existence. Forget not your ancient vows. Then we have two long life prayers, should be there. First one for His Holiness the Dalai Lama. Through his kindness, we're here really. He escaped from Tibet in 1959, March 1959. And due to his inspiration and kindness, well, these kind of centers got established, largely due to His Holiness's presence and inspiration. In the land encircled by snow mountains, you are the source of all happiness and good. All powerful Chenrezig Tenzing Gyatso, please remain until samsara ends. Gungri Rave Korwe Jingam de Pendan de Wa Malu Jungwen Cherezi Wan Tenzing Gyatso Ye Yobezite Bardu Thank you. Then we have the long life prayer for for Lama Zopa Rinpoche. So, due to Kabje Lama Zopa Rinpoche's kindness, this organization FPMT still going under his direction, under his care and guidance, which was started end of the 60s, so now still flourishing due to guidance of Rinpoche. So we pray for his very long life, so that he can guide us, and so that the activities in all the centers can continue, guided and inspired by Rinpoche. Through illuminating all, your appearance dispels the darkness. Your clear mind knows the 84,000 heaps of dharma, the power of the remedy to the 84,000 delusions. Your proclaiming dependent arising itself is victorious in battle with the Maras. I worship the supremely kind great Vajradhara on my crown, clarifying the scriptures and realizations, the teachings of the Muni Buddha. You spread and illuminate those teachings wherever they have not yet spread in the world. Having become an actual son of the conquerors, you bear hardships with patience. In your continuum is realization of the perfection of wisdom, subtle dependent arising. Precious jewel, Lord possessing love and compassion, who liberates upon seeing, treasury of mastery of the all-arising interpretative and definitive scriptures, supremely great among the great, fully comprehending and clarifying the meaning of emptiness and compassion, you guide all beings in the path to liberation. Perfectly qualified spiritual friend, my Guru, please remain forever. She who protects from the fears of the 3 times, Aryatara, please increase the lifespans and activities of the beings who preserve the holy Dharma, and always without separation develop their spontaneous actions. by the infallible deities of the three roots may all be auspicious. Then there's a food offering prayer, which we'll recite when some of these offerings have been handed out. Some people could help. Maybe if we get a knife, then
we can cut
people
apples.
can cut the apple.
I'll take it.
Okay, whoever runs faster. Yeah, he beat you to it. Thank you for still being with us, everyone online. We have not forgotten you. Yeah. So nice to see Maya, Sadhana. Very good. Thank you, Neil. Thank you, Sadhana. Thank you for joining. Sorry you can't be here with us for the prasad. I've unmuted, so you can talk if you want. Thank you, Priyanka ji. I think Bob might be having trouble finding a knife. Yeah. You can take the apples to the back so they can chop them as soon as yes. Thank you.
Today is full moon, very lucky. Pink full moon.
Now that's why we're doing this, Bob. Full moon day. So there you see the merry scene at the back. Those of you who know Tushita. In an ordinary house, it would be a bar, but for us, it's sober refreshments and so forth.
Today is very lucky day.
Is it?
Full moon, pink,
Yeah.
pink.
Pink moon?
Yes.
Oh, that's good. Why have you given me the knife? I don't need that. They need
Nitya said.
Huh?
Nitya told me.
I don't need a knife.
Okay.
I'll just take it there.
Okay. Just I'll leave you.
I'm not committing harikiri yet. For those of you.
Ma, eating it is so this name. Okay.
So they're just getting the offerings together. आप कहाँ जा रहे हैं? अभी नहीं जा सकते। हाँ? हाँ, सुजीत जी को प्रणाम कीजिए। हाँ जी, एकदम। सुजीत जी, आप चले आओ।
प्रणाम प्रदीप जी।
माया जी को भी प्रणाम करें।
Yes. Thank you. From here till Mexico.
Yes. What about you?
So here we visualize Medicine Buddha Kara at our heart. And we offer the food as blissful wisdom to the Buddhas at our heart. Okay, so are we almost there? Very elaborate. Haji, you opening some new thing?
No, one plate, we counted less.
Oh, mathematics, Aryabhatta, Euro circle.
Backbenchers and full flood. Okay, folks, online, you have to rejoice in our prasad. I hope you have some too, wherever you are. And also, we're praying for Maya ji, and who's been very sick for a while, and for everyone else. Anyway, this is not ordinary food. We visualize as nectar and offering to the Buddhas at the heart. So, and then much light radiating, reaching all the sentient beings. Om 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 Lai Ma Sang Ye Lai Ma Chư De Xin Lai Ma Ge De Te Ong Gi Je Po Lai Ma Te Lai Ma Na La Che Pai Be. Guru is the Buddha, Guru is the Dharma, Guru is the Sangha also. The Guru is the creator of all happiness. To all Gurus, I make this offering. May we and those around us in all future lives never be separated from the three jewels, continuously make offerings to the three jewels and receive the inspiration of the three jewels. To the Supreme Teacher, precious Buddha, to the Supreme Refuge, the precious Dharma, to the Supreme Guides, the precious Sangha, to the Triple Gem, objects of refuge, I make this offering. We forgot the cold drinks, hot drinks, iced coffee, yogi, milkshake, smoothie, bulga.
You can imagine.
I guess.
Get it when you return.
Uh-huh. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, just so you know, not teasing you, just so you can rejoice.
There you go, baby.
Did everyone get some fruit? The apple will be chopped a bit smaller. How do you chop nectar? ये वाला कौन सा है? ये जो
This
छोटा सा।
cotton. This cotton.
हाँ, biscotti.
Abhijit, do you want more?
Sorry?
Do you want more of this?
No thanks. Quite sweet. You can't eat it all, doesn't matter. It will be distributed also to staff here and chowkidars. All the chowkidars from here back home have been asking when is the next puja. No, प्रसाद नहीं दे रहे, पूजा नहीं हो रहा है आजकल, होगा.
They're all waiting for us to finish the prasad.
They're very patient. Amazing, isn't it? Or expecting some. I don't know. Sorry, you're not going to get any. Maybe they're awaiting a final benediction. It's a lovely Christian woman. Haji?
यहाँ बैठे नहीं है लेकिन लैपटॉप तो होते हैं.
हाँ, ये भी हो सकता है. स्टैचू सुजीत भाई का मूर्ति बना है, क्या बना है? कितने फुट का है? बाकी लोग बस कुछ भी कर सकते हैं. क्या जमाना है. Yeah. We need someone who can help with collating it. Someone can help collate. Okay, if you think there's enough room. Sujit, are you there?
Yeah.
Are you eating anything?
No, not yet.
क्या हाल है, सब ठीक ठाक हैं?
हाँ.
We miss you guys. We miss
Yes,
the potato crisp.
We mostly miss the pujas, no? Especially the pujas.
Yeah.
Bringing all those healthy food there. Yeah.
वो नमक पारा वगैरह.
Yeah.
Don't always
Vivek ji,
say-
was Vivek ji able to find the software which runs on Windows?
Vivek ji? I'm here. Did he leave? I'm here. Oh, he's right here. He asked you a question. Did you find the
Yeah,
software?
that's why I asked. Kuch
Oh,
mila
that's why you
Vivek ji?
नहीं वो नहीं हो रहा डाउनलोड.
नहीं हो रहा है. So I'll ask the person who works the Koha software at the library, one of the people, and maybe get that person in touch with you. एक बार हम
Yeah.
and then I'll see.
Either give me his number or give them my number.
I'll हाँ ठीक
Call on
है.
that.
Let me ठीक है. All right. चलिए. All right, Kabir ji. I think
Acha,
it's,
sir, thanks a lot. Take care. Regards
Yeah.
to
Nandita?
she's fine. She's fine.
And
Pranam Kabir
Akash?
ji.
Pranam, Pranam.
Yeah. We ticked off the last box today. We went up to under, so it went fine.
Take care.
Yeah. Bye. Good night.
You can bring all of that.
I'll bring
to
them.
the
Yeah.
place.
Oops.
Oh, la, la.
Okay. I'll you take those ones.
अरे आपका मीटिंग अभी भी चल रहा है.
अजय चला गया वो.
You must have dinner today. We have dinner today. Yes. You have a long meeting. Right? Pack up and time. Good night.
Have you seen my here?
Mice not yet. Space, outer space. Yeah, we are getting that separately another time.
I'm keeping the book. Everyone's
They were having a good time like watching us eat.
You should come see.
You're just watching yourselves.
तो क्या किया है कुछ नहीं होगा रात को वापस कर देंगे उसको
Narcissistic.
Did I hear that?
अब इसको बंद करो भाई, अपने को कितनी देर तक देखें?
काम
You were teasing them. One of them left.
कितने पैसे दिए
20% discount.
उसके बाद भी 1000 दिए
मैं वर्मा गई तो वो लोग interest-
हाँ जी, आप आ रहे हैं कल थोड़ा काम करने या नहीं?
कल सवेरे
हाँ?
कल सवेरे
Anytime. I don't have to be there. She's supervising everything. You just do what she says.
Yes, for yesterday, you know what he said? खूब काम करवाया तुमने आराम से बैठ के
He just sat there and she did all the work.
Slave
So, you know.
those are the perks of being old now.
Sure.
Oh.
Kavichi, this picture is like a standalone, so it's just kept in front.
Very good.
We don't need to frame this?
It should be framed actually. It's very
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, because this one is faded. Yeah, that would be great. That would be great.
And you want me to come again tomorrow? You just sit there and get the work done.
I won't be there. I'll be on a train.
विवेक जी मैं कल नहीं आ रही हूँ।
आप कल नहीं आ रहे हैं?
नहीं
तो आप नहीं आएंगे तो ये तो कुछ करेंगे नहीं.
हाँ तो सैटरडे को आप